Hey guys, welcome to the 101 in 10, where you get to see your favorite artists from around the world 101 in 10 minutes. I'm your host, Ayasha Roberson, and I'm back on the scene with a new artist. Now, this young man is from the lonely state of Texas, and I love his music. It's very storytelling. I love the musicality behind it, the country, some rock, some blues influence as well. And I thought it would be very interesting and amazing to have him on our show. So he can introduce yourself to you guys so you can fall in love with his music just as much as I have. So without further ado, let me help you welcome to the stage Mr. Copperhead Jones to the stage.
Hey. Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for the kind words.
No, thank you so much for being on our show. So can you tell me and the audience what were your musical influences growing up, and how did you get started in the industry?
Yeah, sure thing. So my music influences are quite diverse. I grew up on a lot, not that it was in my era, but I grew up on a lot of older stuff. I grew up on the Eagles,
Oh
Hank
wow.
Williams Jr., Led Zeppelin, Leonard
Mhm.
Skinner, and then even then I had some like Hootie and the Blowfish, back when that was popular in the 90s. And then, today I like Cody Johnson, Tyler Childers, Chris Stapleton. So yeah, there's a bunch there. I like way more than that, of course, but we don't have all day. So yeah, that's that. And I started getting into music. I've been in music my whole life. But as far as professionally is concerned, I actually got I got into this by mistake, so to speak, or by accident rather. So my lovely wife gave me 4 hours of studio time day gift.
Mm.
I had a couple songs, and so we went in there and did a little demo recording. It was nothing full fledged. It was nothing like you hear now. Um, and we did 3 songs, and they're
Wow.
actually the first 3 songs on the album that we did. Um, and so basically that lit a fire under me, and I'm that lit a fire under me, and I went from not thinking I was going to do something to now I got a full-fledged album out. I'm gigging every weekend, 3 to 4 times a week at least.
Whoa.
um so it's been a blast. It's been a blast.
That's amazing how your wife just sparked that fire within you and you just were like, whoo, that's awesome. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
it's
amazing.
definitely my personality. I'm kind of an all or nothing. So she got my feet wet, and well, I dived in.
Well, shout out to your wife for
Yes,
doing that.
yes.
That's awesome. So, since you already told us a little bit about your success stories as an artist, playing 3 to 4 times a week, that's awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about your challenges as an independent artist?
Yeah, it's expensive. uh, thank gosh I have, I do have a day job still, and hopefully one day, I can make music my full-time career. But right now, I kind of like the benefits of having a job, and it's helpful in launching my career. I'm not sure how many people can do it without making it a side gig first. So right now it's my side gig, which I hope to turn into my main deal. And yeah, it's that's been hard financially. It's a lot of money to make that album and promote it and radio and all these other things. And then having to get up on stage and learn to banter, that's been tough. I'm working on that, but I'm one of those, like, if it was up to me and it wasn't like putting on a show, um, I would definitely just be singing song to song to song to song to song, staring at the microphone. I'm good. Like, I like to sing. I do like interacting with people, but a whole crowd is just different. You don't get to have that one-on-one conversation. You and I have a conversation with you all day, but if there's a bunch of you in a room, it's kind of hard to have that, because you can really only ask yes no questions. um you're very limited in the amount of communication you can, so you got to get pretty creative, and I'm working on that. So that's been a challenge.
Hmm, interesting. I love the fact that your music has, like you said, that you really catapulted into this industry, and it was out of the blue. You didn't think that this was going to be something, because a lot of times artists, they pick it, but the music picked you versus you
Mhm.
taking it as a career. Um, can you tell us a little bit about your new album? You have so much good music on the new album, Anchor. And how did you come up with the concept to that album?
Sure thing. Well, thank you for that, by the way. So so I have a songwriting partner. We did all but four together.
Wow.
So four of them were solely me. Um, and then the other, whatever math that is, what, nine?
Mhm.
Nine. There we go. Uh,
Sounds all right.
they were between us. So Anchor is a story. So the Anchor is the cornerstone song of the title track, of the title of the album, Anchor. And that song is really about my journey in the Navy and having to fight, mental illness, depression, and nothing too serious, but enough to where it was impacting my life day to day, and I told him my story, and at the time I was living in Florida and he was in Texas, and we actually wrote the song over the phone, 1,000 miles apart. He wrote the words, I explained the story, he really crafted the words, and I wrote the music to it. So that's how that song came to be. So from that point forward, that we had the starting song, and it didn't start out that way necessarily. We were just writing music, but I decided, I really want Anchor to be the cornerstone because this is who I am, um, who I was, and where I'm going. Because the song, even though it's about depression, it's not necessarily a sad song. If you listen through the end, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a glimpse of hope, and I hope people get that aspect from the song. Um, and then it goes out to the rest of the album, which basically explains, my life story, my connections to Florida and Texas, um, and just and musically, I would like to consider the album fairly diverse, adding some blues elements, some more rockabilly elements, some traditional country elements, as well as modern country rock elements as well. So that kind of is really it just puts a stamp on who I am. And that's really what I wanted the first album to be, as an introductory to the world of, this is who I am, and this is where I'm going.
I love it. And I love the fact that you are talking about depression and overcoming those trials and tribulations facing depression, because there's so many people that's going through so many things out here. And I want the audience to understand you're not the only person that's going through depressive thoughts or feelings and moods and symptoms. There's so many people that also is dealing with that as well. But to also know that you can overcome this, you can move forward, you can enjoy life. Life is so great and it's so grand. And I thank you so much, Copperhead Jones, for writing a song that's going to empower, it's going to motivate, it's going to inspire so many young and beautiful souls out there that needs to hear that and needs to feel that they're not the only person going through something in their life. And I think that's the key to your music. It makes you feel your energy, you feel the tenacity and the passion and and genuineness of your music when I listen to it. And I know that the fans and listeners out there are going to be able to reflect and feel the same way. So thank you so much for making such a heartfelt song that's going to change and save people's lives as well.
Wow,
That's
that I'm speechless. That's a heck of a compliment.
You
Thank
welcome.
you.
Oh, no, I think it's great. And that's the reason why we have you on our show. We want to see more and more artists doing authenticity and organic and real and relevant things that's really going to speak to people, because music is healing. Music is love. Music is what nurtures your soul. And that's the things that you need to, that's the stuff ladies and gentlemen, that you need to hear, you need to be able to experience, and you be able to be touched. So make sure you get Copperhead Jones all his music, and tell ladies and gentlemen where they can get your music from. Sorry.
Sure thing. Yeah. Um, so you can go to Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Pandora, basically anywhere that there's music streaming, you can get it. If you have a CD player, um, I got CDs at my shows, so good luck finding one. But if you have one, I do have some CDs. So come out and see me at a show. I'm out here in Texas.
Cool beans. And make sure you guys go to his website as well. And he has merchandise as well. So you can go to his website. What is it? Is it Copperhead Jones?
Yeah, it's www.copperheadjones.com.
Cool beans. And you can book them for your upcoming events and shows for 2023. So make sure you go to that website. We have it on the bottom of this video. And thank you so much, Copperhead Jones, for being on this episode of the 101 and 10. It was truly a blessing and an honor to have you on our show. Blessings to you and your wife.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. And thank you so much, 101 and 10ers, for being on this episode of the 101 and 10, where you get to see a new artist from around the world, 101 in 10 minutes. I look forward to seeing y'all on the next episode. So stay tuned. Continue to stay blessed. Continue to stay positive and continue to show much love. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.